Hey everybody, Joe Gilder here from HomeStudioCorner.com. It has been a while. If you've been keeping up with me on the blog or even on Twitter, then you know that I recently moved down to the Nashville area. And due to the craziness of moving and starting a new gig, I've been posting a little bit less on the blog and haven't done a video in a couple of weeks. So my deepest apologies for that, but don't worry, Home Studio Corner isn't going anywhere. In fact, I should have more time to actually add some things and make it even better. So stick around. If you haven't signed up for the newsletter, be sure to do that. I've actually got some cool things planned right around the corner, and you'll want to be on the newsletter list to be in the know. So let's jump right into a video. I haven't done this in a while, so need to get going here. Let's talk about EZDrummer. Now, a lot of people use EZDrummer. It's really popular. I love it. It's great. Sounds good. And even just out of the box with a little bit of MIDI programming, you hit play, it sounds good. Take a listen. Now, the question that I get from several readers is, okay, I like EZDrummer, but I'd love to split the audio out to individual tracks so that I can treat them separately. For example, I want to put a certain EQ on the kick drum. I want to put a certain compressor on the snare, so on and so forth. How do I do that? Well, the good news is EZDrummer does let you do that, and it's very cool. I do it all the time, and I'm going to show you how. You may be familiar with EZDrummer's mixer feature. We'll take a zoom in look here, and it's good. It lets you control the level. You can actually control panning, mute, solo, but you can't add any EQ. You can't add any compression. Now, the samples in EZDrummer do sound good, but depending on the song, you're going to want to do some more things to that. So the solution is using multiple outputs. Now, if you'll notice here, the default setting, all of these are going out to track 1, which is basically a bus. If you click on here, then you have some different options. You can select up to track 8 or just click multi-channel. Multi-channel is what we want. Now, as you can see, it's sending out 1, 2, 3, 4. The toms are going out channel 5, overheads and rooms on 6 and 7. Now, for some reason, track 1 doesn't like to show up in Pro Tools, so I'm just going to bump all these down 1, and it'll make sense here in a minute. We'll put all the toms still out the same output because they're toms. 7 and 8. Okay, now let me explain what I just did there. If you're familiar with Pro Tools, then you know that you have a certain number of buses internally in Pro Tools where you can route things, route for effects, bus certain tracks down to a single fader. But when you install EZDrummer, it installs its own set of buses. So if you come to an audio track, like I've got some audio tracks here ready to go, this one's called Kick, and you go look. Now normally you'd have, let's zoom in here, you just have the interface and bus options. But now we've got plugin. If you look, there's EZDrummer, and here are all the outputs. Now they're all stereo, so there's 8 different stereo buses that it gives you. And for some reason, bus 1 doesn't show up, but not a big deal. So what I'm going to do is the kick is on channel 2. Snare is on 3. I'm going to add one for snare bottom because I think that would be cool. So snare bottom will be on 4. And I can't really see what's going on here. Hi-hat's going to be on 5. And then toms, since there's just a stereo mix of the toms, will be on 6. And the overheads will be on 7. And I got to zoom out for this last one. The room mics are going to be on 8. So, without taking up any extra buses, we now have a set of audio tracks receiving the individual outputs from EZDrummer. So now if we record enable all of these, and I did that by just holding down Option and clicking record, so they're all ready to record, they're flashing. You can see it better over here. When I hit record in Pro Tools, then you'll see these getting recorded. It's pretty cool. There you go. Hello. Okay, something happened there. Okay, so now we've got them recorded. Now you may not believe me that they're recorded there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to mute EZDrummer. I'm actually going to deactivate the plugin, so it's no longer doing anything. And if we come and we select this and hit play, take a listen. Now I can put my favorite EQ, whatever that might be, on the kick drum, and I can put my favorite whatever on the snare. And if you listen, they are actually on individual tracks. Let's solo a few. Now, if you're going to be picky, you'll notice the overheads didn't record. And I think that was just my mistake. I think I misrouted one of them. And let's take a look just to be sure, so you don't call me a liar. See, I had the toms on 6 and the overheads on 7. So I just actually mislabeled those. So, but as you can see, it works and sounds good. And now you can adjust levels, EQs, and everything. So thanks for watching. Thanks for being a fan of Home Studio Corner. There's a lot of cool things around the corner. No pun intended. And if you have any questions on this, if you're watching this on YouTube, head over to the website, homestudiocorner.com. Leave a comment. Be happy to answer the questions you have. And again, thanks for watching. We'll see you around here soon.